What is good, everybody? It is your main man, ItzKasuna, and today I'll be showing you guys a very balanced build. I actually chose this route with my dual swords for various reasons, but the number one reason being that I play mage and I hate the fact that if there's an aerial cut in the party, I just straight up can't use mage. So the premise of this build is being able to play it with a mage, and the mage not feeling like they're unable to do anything. So I'm sorry to say, if you're here for aerial cut, this isn't the video. Let's get into it. Starting things out for this build, you go dexterity over strength. Dexterity boosts the damage of Lunar Misfortune if you use it at 8 meters or higher, as well as giving you accuracy, attack power, and more stability. And strength gives you crit damage, stability, and attack. So these are I would say the optimal stats for this build, but you have wiggle room to go with strength over dexterity, or even agility over dexterity, or dexterity agility. I'd say that's preference, but if you're doing any of these other options than this one, please know that you will have a damage loss. If we go to Stargems here, you see that I'm using Sword Mastery, Quick Slash, Mirage Evasion, Whack, and Dual Sword Mastery. I'd say try to get at least 1 or 2 of these Stargems if you can afford it, but if you can't afford any of these, I will be showing you guys later in the build what you can skip so that you can actually get these skills with your skill points. If we go into the blade skill trees, I 100% skip hard hit. I only have that because when I made the new character, it started me out with that skill. Swift attack, I would say get this skill, but you can skip the skill if you need skill points. This skill is really good if you need a tumble skill, so I personally would take this skill. In the shot skills, we have long range. This will boost the damage of any skill if you use it. Well, if that skill is able to be used from 8 meters or more, as it says here, then it will get this boost no matter what range you use that skill at. So a skill like Lunar Misfortune, which can be used at up to 12 meters, this will always boost the damage of your Lunar Misfortune, whether you're doing Impact Lunar Misfortune or if you're doing Storm Reaper Lunar Misfortune. This will boost your damage. Quick Draw, you can get this level 10 if you really need more attack MP recovery, but I would get this level 5 so you can have more skill points. Decoy Shot, this is a must in most builds. Get this level 10. In the magic skills, go ahead and get Impact level 7 and Finale level 1. It's your run-of-the-mill stuff. It is your generic investment in most builds. Again, if you don't have the Star Gem, get Mirage Evasion level 1. Survival skills, you can skip this if you're not having MP problems, but I would personally get this skill because it gives 300 MP. As you can see here, this is with food buffs. If I didn't have this skill, I would have 1300 MP, so my MP would be very low. Needless to say, I would only have like 1000 MP with Godspeed Wield active. So this skill, I would say, is a bit of a must if you are making this build the same as mine. For support skills, get Brave Aura. Most DPS builds take that skill. Very important if you want to boost your damage overall. For battle skills, go ahead and get Attack Up, Whack, critical up, and intimidating power. If you don't have the Whack Star Gem, go ahead and still leave this at level 5. You don't need it level 10. From the katana skills, go ahead and get Bushido level 5. You can actually get this level 10 if you still need more MP. I might go ahead and get this level 10 down the line, but for now I'm leaving this at level 5. And since you're in this skill tree for multiple things anyway, go ahead and get Shukuchi level 1. And then Kaideki Ranshin, this is going to be one of your main skills here for attack MP recovery. Get this level. Not only are you getting MP from Burning Spirit, but you're also getting a massive attack MP recovery boost with this active, as well as a bit of an attack boost. So get that skill. It's very important for this build if you want to maintain your DPS. And now getting into the main skill tree, I'd say starting out, these 3 skills right here, you can completely skip these if you need those 30 extra skill points. I said at the beginning of this video that this was not an aerial cut build and that this build doesn't use aerial cut, and that's true to some extent. There's 2 reasons why I took this skill. Bosses like Furzin that use spikes, and you have like literally no way of getting close to the boss until the spikes go away. This is a good skill to do damage in that time. It won't do more than your Lunar Misfortune. It'll do way less, but this will help you with your DPS in situations like that. As well as also in solo, you can use this skill for proration. You can just spam this skill. You don't even have to use it in a combo. It will be faster than using your auto attack. So I took this skill for multiple reasons, but you can skip this skill entirely if you feel like you don't need it. Lunar Misfortune is your main damage skill. Go ahead and get that. Twin Buster Blade is one of your sub damage skills, I would say get this. Because there's going to be some situations where this skill is better than Lunar Misfortune, but it's very, very rare. I'd still say you could skip this skill if you really, really need skill points. But I would still get that skill. And then Shining Cross, you can get level 10 if you really, really want it. It opens up more playstyles. But again, just leave it at level 5 like I did if you need skill points. Flash Blast, get this level 10. It gives you more Unsheath attack as well as some weapon attack on dual swords. So go ahead and get that skill. And then on Storm Reaper, it's level 10. Like, this is the main thing boosting your Lunar Misfortune damage. Get this level 10. Dual Sword Control, get this level 10. It will boost your overall damage in dual swords as well as your attack speed. Godspeed, I would get this level 10 because it gives you Unsheath attack, which Lunar Misfortune and Storm Reaper are both unsheathed, so this will boost your damage a lot. Saber Aura, get this level 10. This will help your attack with your attack MP recovery as well as giving you some more movement speed and some more critical rate. And then Crescent Saber, I would get this so that you can reactivate Saber Aura without having to wait for cooldown. Into the Halberd skill trees, I would say leave Quick Aura at level 5. If you need skill points, you can leave this at level 5. It'll function, it'll still function decently, but it'll just be slower. So you can get that level 5 if you need skill points. And then Godspeed Wield, get this level 10 so you can have more speed. And last but not least, in our Assassin skill trees, I would personally say that this is a must-have. Get this level 10 so you can have some more physical pierce. A lot of bosses nowadays are rocking 5,000 defense and higher. So you're really, really needing defense for a lot of this late game content. And a lot of players actually wonder why their build do good in bosses like Finstern, but then say they do terrible at bosses like Gusto or Furzin, etc. A lot of it is in the physical pierce, so definitely get this level 10 so you can have some physical pierce when you're doing damage to those high defense bosses. That'll give you 10% physical pierce, and this is a 100% physical pierce build, so I actually need this to reach 100. And then when we go over to our Regislets, this is the most negotiable thing in the build. I would say, if anything, you can change these up the most freely. Physical attack boost, I would say that's the only one to 100% get, and Burning Spirit. But outside of those two, Parsimony, you don't need that. That just helps with not blowing through your auto items. Emergency MP heal, you don't need that, but I would say get that. It'll help with your overall MP management. And then Spinning / Compress will help with your aerial cut, and so will Zero Stance. Again, you don't need most of these. So you can change these out based on your personal preference. And if we go into equipment here, I will show you the gear that I'm using. So with your normal, with your base sword, I would say this can get you through basically everything. If you have the budget, DTE, obviously. But if you don't have the budget, just get a one-handed sword that looks something like this. You can also go with dexterity instead of strength on the stats. But personally, I think strength is better as you get more critical damage. I'm pretty sure Lunar Misfortune only scales with base dexterity. I'll show that information on the screen if it's different, but like I said, I'm pretty sure it only scales with base dexterity, so strength would still be better for your overall DPS, as it'll be giving attack and critical damage, which this build needs both of those. If you're rocking 2-slot, use crystals like these, Flam and Double Dango, and if you're rocking DTE, use stats like these, damage to whichever element. This is Gamble. If you want non-Gamble, go with something like this, or something like this. As far as sub-weapons go, make sure that the sword you're using for your sub-weapon has an element and is refined plus B or higher. As far as armor, I would go with something like this if you can't use DTE. For the crystals, you can go Usamochi and Gemma. Don't use Agladenios, just use Gemma. That'll be better for this build. Usamochi giving Unsheath attack as well as MP. That'll help with your MP issue. And then it also gives attack. Gemma gives physical pierce, Unsheath attack, as well as critical damage. So those are the optimal crystals. Don't use these crystals. And if you're using DTE, I would go with something like this, DX Spider, Gemma. Or if you need more MP, go with Usamochi instead of DX Spider. I'm pretty sure the damage will overall be similar, but I still need to test that in the spreadsheet. As far as the additional goes, this is where most of your budget will be if you are high budget. Because you're gonna need two additionals, I'd say. One for low defense that looks like this, and one for high defense that looks like this. But if you're using one slotted for any of these, for lace headdress, just use Baphomet. And for a one slotted Christmas tree, just use Evil Lifting. For the ring, you have multiple options. Your main 3 options being Time Warp Watch, Mischievous Pocket Watch, and Machina Ring. If you're doing a lower budget version of this build, use the Machina Ring, but just know your attack speed will be lower. For crystals on the ring, Spectre of Death and Tapler Spectre of Death giving you minus aggro and unsheath attack, as well as some accuracy, and Tapler giving you unsheath attack. For avatar stats, go with Physical Pierce, Attack MP Recovery, critical damage, things like that. Those are all very, very helpful for this build. And then for your food buffs, I would go with some food like this. I left my 4th food buff slot empty for DTE, but if you aren't using DTE food buffs, I would get either strength or weapon attack for that last food buff. Hopefully you guys find this video helpful, and leave a like and comment if it does. Making this build was one of the stepping stones to being one of the very best with every class in the game. So I will say, expect me to drop a few more build videos in the coming weeks. Anyways, thank you for watching. Peace out.